Let's begin what's trending with the much talked about feud between the senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, and the president of the Senate, xaual Akpabio. Well, over the weekend, Akpabio's wife, Ekaite, dismissed allegations that her husband sexually harassed Natasha Akpoti during a press conference in Abuja. She described Akpabio as a disciplined and responsible man who will not disrespect her and their children.
The Senate president is a very, very responsible man and disciplined. As a governor, the number of women we had then in government, I don't think any government has had that number of women.
Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Mrs. Akpabio, the wife of our Nigeria Senate president, xaual Akpabio, said that her husband, xaual Akpabio, is a disciplined man. My sister, Mrs. Akpabio, you never can vow for anybody now except picking where they carry for belle. Mama, leave this matter. I understand you are trying to protect your husband's interest. This is what every woman will do, even if the person knows say the husband they do that kind of thing. 90% of women will protect the interest of their husband in the public. But mama beg, all these suit charges, hey, you know, get head. They know they vow for person now. No only picking where they are now if you vow for. Anyway, guys, let us watch the video, and when we return, we will continue.
Let's begin what's trending with the much talked about feud between the senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, and the president of the Senate, xaual Akpabio. Well, over the weekend, Akpabio's wife, Ekaite, dismissed allegations that her husband sexually harassed Natasha Akpoti during a press conference in Abuja. She described Akpabio as a disciplined and responsible man who will not disrespect her and their children.
The Senate president is a very, very responsible man and disciplined. As a governor, the number of women we had then in government, I don't think any government has had that number of women. In Akwa Ibom, when he was a governor, a lot of women were involved in governance, and none of them, not one, ever said something like this. In the past, we've allowed people to get away with a lot of things, and he will always tell me, if you can't stand the heat, leave the kitchen. I'm here to serve my people. They will throw mud at me. I said, but this mud is becoming too much. Why can't you do something? So I'm now the one going for a legal address.
All right, this was such a hot topic over the weekend. I don't recall not talking about this incident. Throughout the weekend, it was either, why is this woman suing Natasha? Oh, on what grounds is she suing Natasha? For defamation. She wasn't the one defamed. So we had Liberace Shoma over the weekend on the weekend morning show, and I posed that question.
He did a lot work this weekend.
He did, right?
No, you did.
I did. Oh, I don't know.
Not just with him. I think you had another guest whom I think the last guest you had, I thought.
Oh no, that was our ombudsman. Okay. This thing. No, we just had our conversation about whether or not the issues of marginalization or sexual harassment should not be trivialized, and that was the topic. We talked about that. But Liberace Shoma said that, this woman has no grounds in filing this defamation lawsuit. She wasn't the one defamed, and if he were her lawyer, he would advise her not to sue and drop the lawsuit. That's exactly, those were his words, basically summed up his words. Well, Akpabio's wife filed multiple lawsuits against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan at the Federal High Court in Abuja, seeking 250 billion naira in damages. She accused Akpoti-Uduaghan of defamation and violation of her husband's fundamental rights. She's also demanding a perpetual injunction to to stop further accusations. Well, I mean, so I needed to read that so we know what exactly it is. I think there was another 1 million naira for the actual defamation suit, which, I mean, I don't even know where that's going to go. I actually feel like there was a story that occurred over the weekend also with women in Akwa Ibom standing up for what is that? What was that? Solidarity. In solidarity for Godswill Akpabio. I'd like for us to play that video really quickly before we come back for a discussion. We no go agree. Professor Anthony Killer, I saw you doing that, and I just, I'd like to just come to you with this actual story. These women are out there, and they're actually supporting their brother. They say our brother. Yeah, is it our brother?
Well, I mean, their brother. I mean, I don't know how big is their family. If all these people are brothers, they probably, the senator is the right expression. Well, there are two ways to look at it.
Yes.
Technically, one has to say, well, maybe they feel offended. Maybe they know him like the wife as a man who is disciplined and will not do this. To that extent, one would think, they have a right to express their own position. There's something there. I mean, to say Akpabio is a disciplined, sober man will make him appear bipolar, because the one we see is far from that. I think it's rather that Akpabio is a jolly good fellow, and the allegation of sexual harassment is a precise thing. Just because you're a jolly good fellow does not make you a predator or somebody that tries to extort sex from people. That's the way to look at it. And I think this woman, like his wife, they're telling their own story. At some point, we need to know what is true or false. It is true that Akpabio comes across as a man, and this is advice for everybody. He comes across like a man that is frameable, at least, or can be suspected of what he's accused of. But we need to see if truly it has happened. He has a history of such accusation levied against him. But we have to be careful to say, technically, factually, is it true that it actually happened? I think that's the point. But
well, those are the conversations. But I wanted to I think I should ask Ayo this question in terms of those women. I mean, are you in solidarity with the women?
No, I am curious for those women. I think
curious,
these kind of people, we should need to know who them one by one.
We need to know who they are, whether or not they are sponsored. Because I would like for you to
on my page on Instagram, and let me start with one of the comments that came up a lot of times. That I think the true test of this would be ask each of the women to read what's on their placard. Let them see. Let's even see whether they understand the issues that they've come out. And this is where I would say that I wish we could really understand what their understanding of the matter on ground is, because what I hear is, Natasha, you must respect our husbands. Apple, oranges, Yoruba will say kilagbe kilaju. Where are we coming from? Where are we going? Someone said that she was sexually harassed. You are saying that she should respect our husbands. In what is it their individual husbands? Is it Senator Akpabio that is her husband? Is it her own husband they're asking to respect? By the way, her husband has also come out with a statement in support of his wife. So I want to understand. I think when I understand that, and I'll now be able to rationalize this behavior, whereby the solution to a lot of things in Nigeria is let us go out, carry placards that people hand over. And the reason I'm saying that is because we had that under our very nose here, where some people came out with placards, and immediately afterwards we caught them on camera fighting because the money they gave them hadn't arrived. So we know that placard for money is a real thing. Now, after saying that, I just want to say that when we talk about people coming out, the main actor in all of this, and I said it last week, that this is too grievous or grave an allegation for us to be getting surrogates to be coming out to speak. And then you can notice that very deliberately it's only women who have been coming out, except for this morning where we had the Senate spokesperson come out to speak on the matter. And so it's also an understanding of the real issues. What we are asking for is not an indictment of Senator Akpabio. It is for an investigation. In any sane crime, when an allegation like this is made, even before, I hear that they had to give petition, but it's such a soil on the integrity of the institution that immediately you're coming out to say, no, actually we don't stand by this, because It's not about one individual. It's not about your brother. It's not about your son. It's about an institution and the position that is holding in trust. And if at all there's any slight on that position or that revered office, then a statement or at least an investigation should be had. And that's all people are calling for. Let them investigate this claim, and whoever is found guilty, because remember, the reason why we're still referring to Miss Joy Nunez is that we don't have a concrete concrete conclusion to that matter. What happened? She said she slapped a whole a whole man like Senator, and nothing was nothing happened. So I think there are so many issues around this, and a lot of education, poverty has influenced some actions in this matter.
My people, do you see why we are being taken for granted in this country called Nigeria? Somebody is complaining that somebody is sexually harassing her, and all people could do is to come outside with a placard saying that the woman should go and apologize to their son, Godswill Akpabio. See, my people, go and hustle well, as in do all you can do to make sure that your mom is not a disgrace to you. I mean, what in God's name is these people doing on the road? These people are people mothers. How much were they paid? Because I know that these people were allegedly sponsored, because we've seen some of this thing happen in this country, whereby during the end bad government protest, some people were paid to protest against the protesters. It's also happened where some people came to Arise News office to protest against one kind thing or the other, and they were at court because they were having disagreement between the money they said that they are going to pay to them. What is happening in this country? If this country is a sane country, what they should do is to investigate this matter. Not all these things these people are doing. What if Senator Natasha is right? Will you people tell Godswill Akpabio to come and apologize to Senator Natasha? Women are going through a lot, and instead of women to stand up for their rights, this is what these women are doing. We don't know here about women riot. What kind of thing is this? What have they done to these women? How much were they paid to come outside and display this kind of nonsense attitude? Oh yes, because this is nonsense attitude. If your mother is among these people, my brother, my sister, beg, try to hustle small. May you give your mama small money. May they know they come outside, they display this kind of nonsense. This is how they have kept this country down. He's my papa, he's my mama, he's from my tribe, he's my uncle. Thereby, anything that person goes because the person is from your tribe, because the person is from your religion. Why would you come out and be saying that Natasha should go and apologize to Senator Godswill Akpabio? What if Natasha is saying the truth? It takes boldness for a woman to come outside to say this kind of thing, because it's very shameful. And mind you, this woman is married and the husband is still alive. So for her to have been bold enough to come outside to say this thing, it took a lot. It took a lot, my people. If this country is a sane country, they should investigate this matter. Even the person, Mrs. Akpabio, saying that she is suing Natasha 250 billion. Madam, now you go let her pay that money. Which kind of thing be this? And for you to even say that when your husband was governor, that there's so many women in his governance and none of them has complained. Why would they complain? Let me tell you, in this country, I really commend this woman, Senator Natasha, even if what she's saying is not true, because some people has been marginalized, some people has been harassed, but they cannot say it, not because they don't have money, but because if they say it, the thing will backfire on them. They will be at the receiving end. Okay, this is what is happening, because some women is always at the receiving end in this part of this world that we are, Africa. Yes, it takes boldness for a woman to come outside and do what Senator Natasha did. Why would people in your government complain then, even if your husband is harassing them? Why would they complain? Why would they complain? They will rather say, oh, let me keep my shop, because if I say this thing, it might be swept under the carpet. I might be the one that will even face charges, because they may not even have a concrete evidence to back up their claim. That is why they kept quiet. Stop saying that your husband is a principled man. I understand you are trying to protect the interest and the image of your husband in the public, but maybe inside house, inside the other room, you know whom you marry. So I beg, may una leave this matter. You should even go and say to Natasha, my fellow woman, how can you do that? I beg, forgive my husband. Maybe we know as we will go settle this thing. Not be to come here, they say I dey sue. Anyway, you've done what you have to do, but not be you they defend. Let your husband come out. Ever since this thing they happen, we never heard anything from your husband when they accuse. Now you they sue on behalf of your husband. Crying more than the bereaved. Let him come and defend himself. And for you people carrying placard that Senator Natasha should apply, go give people when I no get women, may na carry your own placard, come tell the Akwa Ibom people, may they leave una daughter. Make Akpabio come and apologize to una daughter for harassing her. Since they have agreed that Senator Natasha is lying, even without being proven by the court of law that she is lying, the evidence where she says she get, has never been brought to the court, and court dismiss it that, oh, this is not a concrete evidence. They are now carrying placard that she's lying, that she should go and apologize, that she not do this to their son. May una also come out with her own placard. Now, so we want this country to move forward. Everybody go come out, go they talk things when no get head. That's so we want this country to move on. This is why they have kept us here, weaponize us with hunger, with poverty. They will give us 10,000, 5,000. We come out and be doing rubbish. Instead of you people to protest about hunger and protest about what we've been passing through in this country for the past years, especially this a year and 8 months under President Tinubu. Una no go talk that one. Now make they call apologize to una son. That money where they give you go still finish that day where they give una that money. Una go still come back on the complaint. I beg my people, help me and subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, comment and share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.